Hello and welcome to this edition of Ask the Gov. Our first question comes from Council Bluffs Thomas Jefferson High School government class via Facebook. Kiki from the class asks, what are your thoughts about democracy? We are very blessed to live in the United States of America, where we have a history of government of, for, and by the people. Our system, which includes 3 separate branches of government and has checks and balances, I think is the best kind of government you can have. There are many challenges with it, and obviously there's always going to be conflicts between the branches of government and between the parties. I've had the opportunity to serve in both the legislature and as governor, the chief executive of the state of Iowa. Also as governor, I play a role in appointing members of the judiciary. Our system for the appointment of judges has a judicial nominating commission that makes recommendations. The governor must choose from that commission, and then every so many years, the people have an opportunity to vote on whether the judges should be retained or not based on their record. I think it's a good system, and I certainly support the right of the people to choose their own elected officials. Our second question comes from Mike via Facebook. Mike asks, what are you doing to create jobs immediately for Iowa workers? My top goal is to create 200,000 jobs over the next 5 years. One of the first things we did when I took office was to reorganize our economic development efforts into a public-private partnership, including the Iowa Development Authority, headed by Debbie Durham, who is a very effective professional developer. But we also have private sector business that helps us put together our strategy and identifies areas of opportunity, especially in the biosciences, advanced manufacturing, in things like insurance and financial services. And we've been working very aggressively, despite some of the problems with the national economy, the high debt of this country, and the high tax burdens at the national level. We've been working at the state level to reduce the tax and regulatory burden to make Iowa more attractive for decision makers. And we just recently had a significant success with a major $1.4 billion investment being made by a fertilizer company that will supply anhydrous ammonia fertilizer for Iowa farmers. The Iowa Farm Bureau estimates this will save Iowa farmers a whopping $740 million a year. It will also create good jobs both in construction and permanently in this plant. We are working to bring many other businesses and jobs to our state as well by reducing the regulatory and tax burdens. I'm proud to say the unemployment taxes in Iowa for Iowa businesses are going down again this year. That'll be another over $100 million reduction in overhead costs for Iowa business and should be just another incentive to bring more jobs. I also want to reduce the commercial and industrial property tax to make Iowa more attractive for business and to make our corporate income tax more competitive. Today, our rates are among the highest in the country. Our third question comes from Dane via Twitter. Dane asks, does the governor of Iowa think Iowa is becoming too partisan? Well, Iowa is a battleground state, and we're seeing a tremendous battle going on for the direction of this country. And because of that, we see and hear a lot of partisanship. It's a very close election in the presidential race, congressional races, also for the legislature. But I think the people have to decide for themselves who they think is best to represent them at both the state and federal level. I have strong opinions about it, but I also respect the fact that individual Iowans will make their own choices, and that's the way our system works.